All right, political beliefs and behavior, Unit 2, Video 3. So we're going to look at the demographics of each of our ideological groups. So who's conservative, who's libertarian, who's liberal, etc. Whoops. Okay. So we have liberals first. So again, remember, we were making very broad stereotypes here. Liberals tend to be young, college educated, and minorities are often more liberal. So again, let me make it very clear, I know I'm stereotyping people, and this is what you want to know for the test, because the test will give you examples of people. It'll say, for instance, who is most likely to be a liberal, and it'll give you choices of different types of people, and one of your choices will be a 21-year-old college student, 21-year-old Hispanic female college student. And what they want you to put is that person, she's probably liberal, or more likely to be liberal. All right, so obviously there's plenty of people who are young, college-educated minorities who are not liberal. And there are also plenty of people who are older, not college-educated, and not minorities who are liberal, also giving you the broad stereotypes, okay? So don't get too offended if this doesn't, but a lot of these stereotypes are going to fit your preconceptions, I would imagine. So liberals, young, college-educated minorities. Conservatives, this is probably the king of all stereotypes. Lots of white people in that room. They tend to be older, white, and have a higher income. And that probably doesn't go too strongly against anybody's preconceptions there. I got the hiccups. Guys, just deal with it. Libertarians. Okay, so libertarians, they're often, you can see kind of here, a combination of liberal and conservative. And this might be because they might tend to possibly be the children of conservatives. One thing that is true is that younger people as a group tend to be socially liberal. Older people as a group tend to be socially conservative. Here you have libertarians. They are white and they have higher income, which is like conservatives, but they tend to be young and college educated like liberals. So perhaps that youth aspect of it causes them to be more socially liberal, but at the same time, because of their higher income status, that tends to make them economically conservative. So libertarians, young, white, college-educated, higher income, or as some people would say, not myself, libertarians are conservatives who like to smoke weed, but I would never say such a thing. Populists, man, that is just sad looking. Populists tend to be older, have low income, religious, and are less educated. So if you were wondering who are the people who want more government involvement in every aspect, both in economic ways and in social ways, this is who. People who are older, not very much money, not very much education, more religious. They tend to want the government to be stronger when it comes to law and order, stronger when it comes to personal freedoms, more government involvement, and they are okay with higher taxes on the rich, probably because they aren't rich, and those taxes can go to pay for social programs that they need. All right, criticisms of each of these. God, that guy is scary looking. I mean, who would buy anything from him? I don't understand. Okay, sorry. Criticisms of liberals. So this is what, if you were conservative, you might say about liberals. Say that they just believe in taxing and spending, which is true to an extent. They do favor higher taxes and they do favor increased government spending. You could also criticize them for saying that they favor big government, and you probably all heard that said about Obama, that he believes the government solves all the problems. That might be an exaggeration, but that is a criticism. If you were criticizing conservatives, many people would criticize them by saying that their tax cuts favor the rich, which is, again, there is some truth to that. And you could also criticize them that they spend lots and lots of money too, which that is also true. So you criticize them that they spend a lot and they don't tax, which you could say might be worse than liberals who spend a lot but also increase taxes. But either way, these are criticisms. All right, we have some groups of people. We have activists. A person who is an activist is somebody who actively promotes a party or an interest or a campaign. These are the people who go out and protest. They absolutely vote. They're the ones who probably spam your Twitter or social media with stuff about politics and about what's going on in the world, wanting you to know about certain issues, whether it's feminist issues or libertarian or whatever type of issues it is, but they're very actively involved. Traditional middle class, this college-educated, religious, people who tend to be conservative and Republican. This is what has typically been the American traditional middle class. It is giving way recently to a new class. This is a new middle class. This is a class of people that has postgraduate education, so we're talking masters or higher, medical doctors, lawyers, PhDs, college professors, and they tend to be more liberal and lean Democrat, is the new middle class that's arising. And this has been a La Money production.